The Dojo Challenge. Sweat dripped down Bruce Lee's forehead as he moved with feline precision, his feet gliding across the mat of the small dojo in Los Angeles. It was a hot afternoon in 1967, and the air was thick with the smell of leather from punching bags and the rhythmic sound of blows. Bruce trained with some of his most dedicated students, refining techniques that would one day revolutionize the world of martial arts. His Jeet Kune Do, still in development, already demonstrated a fluidity that left any observer fascinated. It was then that the door opened with a bang. Mike Stone, karate champion and known for his brute strength and arrogance, entered as if he owned the place. Dressed in his impeccable kimono, black belt tied securely, he gave Bruce a challenging look. The students stopped training, feeling the tension in the air. Mike was a feared figure on the competition circuit, famous for knocking out opponents with a single kick. "I heard you're the little dragon," said Mike, crossing his arms. "But karate is the definitive martial art. If you want to know who is tougher, let's see in practice." Bruce stopped, wiping the sweat from his face with the back of his hand. His gaze was calm, almost amused, as if he already knew what was coming next. "I'm not here to prove anything, Mike. But if you want to train, you are welcome." Mike laughed, a harsh, dismissive sound. "To train? No. I want to fight. No rules, no limits. Just to see who's really in charge." The students looked at each other nervously. Bruce was fast, but Mike was a mountain of muscle, used to winning tournaments with devastating blows. Some whispered that Bruce should refuse, that this wasn't training but a trap. Bruce, however, was not intimidated. He positioned himself in his guard, his fists slightly raised, his knees bent. "All good. Let's see what you have." Mike wasted no time. With a guttural scream, he charged forward, throwing a roundhouse kick with all his strength. The blow came like a hammer, swift and relentless. But Bruce was no longer there. With an almost imperceptible movement, he dodged to the side, letting the kick pass inches from his face. Before Mike could recover, Bruce counterattacked with a series of precise punches, one to the solar plexus, another to the jaw, that sent him reeling. Mike backed away, stunned. It had never been played at such speed. He shook his head, trying to clear his vision, and charged again, this time with a direct punch. Bruce blocked with his forearm and responded with a side kick that hit Mike's ribs with a sharp crack. The karate champion grunted in pain, but didn't fall. Instead, he launched into a desperate attack, trying to grab Bruce in a headlock. It was a mistake. Bruce spun around, using Mike's own momentum against him. With one fluid movement, he applied leverage to his opponent's elbow, forcing him to bend over. Mike tried to resist, but the pain was unbearable. With one last effort, Bruce threw him to the ground, immobilizing him with a knee on his back. "Enough," said Bruce, breathing calmly. "You're strong, Mike. But strength without control is nothing." Mike, humiliated, tried to get up, but his legs were shaking. He looked at Bruce with a mixture of anger and respect. "How did you do that?" he asked, panting. Bruce reached out his hand to help him up. "It's not about being tougher. It's about being smarter. The real power is in precision, in adaptation. You can be the world champion, but if you don't learn to flow, there will always be someone faster." Mike hung his head, embarrassed. He knew Bruce was right. It wasn't the first time that an arrogant fighter underestimated the little Chinese, but it was the first time that he truly understood what it meant to be overcome not by strength, but by technique. Maybe I should train more," he murmured. Bruce smiled. "We all should." And so, without another word, the dojo returned to its normal rhythm. But something had changed. Mike Stone would never be the same fighter again. And Bruce Lee, always in search of perfection, had just taught a lesson that would echo far beyond those walls.